Hi friends, Emily here. Welcome to the Coloring Oasis. I'm here for another installment in my Overseas International Adult Coloring Book collection. I have some fun ones I pulled today. I think this might be we're getting close to video 20 here, and I still have quite a few to go. So I'm a big fan of collecting coloring books from other countries. First, I want to tell you I'm uploading this tutorial at the same time as this video. How I color. This is part one of how I colored this beautiful skin tone on the Arena Art printable Etsy page, and how I did this kind of orange black hair and everything. So you'll have a whole tutorial on how I did this, and then I'll be doing part two as well. Still doing some touch-ups on the skin. So you can keep an eye out for part one of that video. But let's look at the goodies I have today. So this gem is called Wear the Lipstick, as in wear it, put it on. Wear the Lipstick Chinese coloring book. This is an Etsy purchase, and I think it's so unique because it's completely white and colorless on the cover, which is not something you normally see. It's a good quality heavy book, and I think it's just has that kind of very simplistic style and design. And this is kind of interesting because it shows you, like, it sparks your imagination more of what your actual coloring pages could look like, which is unusual to see white or blank or uncolored covers. So it has that lays flat because it's of this how the book is stitched, which I really like as well. So let me just straighten my camera. And these are just mostly portraits. These really pretty, lovely girls. And as I believe, well, let's wait and see. Make sure I can get this all the way in the camera because it's kind of a big book. It's a little bigger than the normal 8.5 by 11. And I was trying to remember if they're all single-sided. I haven't looked at this book in a long time. It looks like it. Can you see that well enough? So lots of opportunities to practice your skin tones in here, your gems or jewels, your backgrounds, and these are perforated, so you can, if you like, just tear them out and frame them. I would say this is closer to like the A4 size. I love how it lays flat. And they are very simple kind of line drawings, nothing too fancy or complicated features. The lines are very light, so you won't have too much black popping out. You can use pastels. This is very bright white paper, and it's definitely better quality and thicker than like an Amazon paper. It's not overtly toothy at all. So I haven't colored it. I can't say what medium will work well. You can certainly use your alcohol markers, which will bleed through, but there's nothing really on the back side. Just put a protector divider page in there. I love these kind of Eastern style outfits. Some vintage style in here. Like all the perfume bottles. That one actually is a little more intricate. Still drinking my chocolate almond mocha. More vintage style. This is one reason I bought this book, because I love vintage retro looks regardless of what culture it's from. So I thought this was really fun. And this book just lays perfectly flat. It's really well binded. Bound or binded. I'm sure one of those is correct. We have some young schoolgirls here. Very simplistic design, but very classy and clean. There's a door knocker. You could use some beautiful gold paint marker on that. Ooh, more vintage. What do they call this thing? A gramophone? Gramophone? Is that what that is? Totally guessing. Nice big pages. tempted to do one of these in here. I've been really getting into this month. You'll see on May 1st my what I colored in March and April video. I'm really behind, but I've been getting really into the Linka, Filaninka's spiral bound pages, the Victorian one, the Fairy Bliss. There's lots of spring pages in those. I've done like 4 or 5 in each. I'm just like on a roll. So I can't wait to show those to you guys. I have no idea what instrument that is. Oh, and this one comes with a poster, the sample coloring page. And here you go. You can see them all colored in these kind of muted vintage tones. I forgot this was in here. Some inspiration in here for you. I like to do my own thing. This one would be good for spring. Oh, I have a real hard time with mirrors, so if anyone wants a challenge, this would be a good one, especially with her reflection showing in it. I've been doing a ton of spring pictures. Oh, I have an overseas book called Bloom. I did a page in last year. It's all flowers and girls. I'm gonna have to find that one. Maybe I'll do a page in there. Or blooms. There's some good spring ones in here for sure. Look at the sunflowers. That's pretty too. Oh, good for spring. I have a lot of Easter pictures you guys haven't seen yet that I've done as well. Lots of vintage things like jewelry boxes and musical instruments. This is very Anne of Green Gables. For some reason it's making me think of. I'm not sure what this is. Is that a... oh, that's a bench. That's the way it was drawn. It looks like a car. So pretty, very classic. Beautiful poppy like red and black and gray and white I can see would look really nice in this one. Pretty. I just realized I love this with the, I should do this one with the leaves, the palm leaves, very 1920s Floridian almost. Oh, I just realized I didn't mention the artist name and I'm not sure if I know it. Or can recall it or pronounce it. I think I did at one point know, but I forgot to look it up before I started this video, so sorry. I will link these below. They're still available on Etsy. Since Book It Depository is closing, Amazon Japan is the other option. I've only bought 2 book hauls from Book Depository. I mostly was fine with Etsy and 70 East Books. If you can go to the website, number 70 East Books, all one word. Lots of great overseas stuff on there. Takes a long time. Takes her like 3 weeks to get them out, but it's worth it. Oh, this one was fun. So yeah, that's Wear the Lipstick. And it's actually more like a cream than a white now that I see it side by side with this Nina paper. All right, let's look at my other super, super fun one. Love this book. I'm in love with it. It's almost like a journal. It's vintage fashion watercolor. Oh, I wish it was a journal because I love it so much. It's this hardback, small, almost diary size book. And I'm looking back real quick just to make sure on the lipstick book. I don't see a name on here. That isn't something I can recite. Okay. Same as this one. This one I don't remember. I'll link it below, but I don't remember. It was on Etsy. I don't remember if this was Korean or Chinese, probably. But this is definitely a pencil or water-based medium book, something that doesn't bleed through. Here we go. We have info that I can't read about this amazing artist. Hood Girl 2 I used to know it, but I don't remember. But anyway, someone told me that there's an app, if you have an iPhone, you can download a translator app or like a Google Translate. You photograph that, you import it into the app, and it will tell you, it'll translate that to English for you. I haven't tried it, so that's something that's worth thinking about. I really would love if these brilliant artists could put out English translation in their books, especially if there's like tutorial information in there. We have a color wheel, some pencil instruction. These are like test swatches, I guess. Yeah, for testing your pencils or your watercolors. I'll probably just do pencils or Prismacolors or Derwents or Color Soft in here. So what I liked about this book is they're simple. You can carry this book around with you with a small set of pencils, and they give you a color palette. You can try to reproduce it in pencil if you want. You'd need your own skin tones probably, or you can just do your own thing and use it for inspiration. If you want to try to do it in watercolor, you can, or acrylic, or try to actually follow the direction. I just got it to do with pencils and do my own thing. Oh, vintage handbags. I'm such a sucker for, like, I Love Lucy and all the like 50s color movies with Rock Hudson and Doris Day, and all the era, even the black and whites, like Alfred Hitchcock movies between the 40s and 60s. I just love the fashion. I love retro, everything. I thought this was so fun. But yeah, you can easily reproduce all of this in pencil. Isn't it just fun to look at these done? Now, is that one of those? Yeah, here she is. So you can give it a shot yourself. You could try to match your Prismacolor pencils to these and do it yourself. That's probably what I'm going to do. Actually, I have my pencils right here. Maybe we could give it a little shot after. I like this one. This reminds me of one of Lucy's maternity outfits for some reason. This is for notes on what pencil colors you use or whatever, I guess. You can just do green pencil and go in with a white Posca pen, do the polka dots on this. That's interesting. So there's 2 of each. So you could give it a shot in pencil and watercolor if you want. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why I just realized that. All the better. You could even use marker on this page because there's nothing here. Pink 2-piece dress and silk hat. So yeah, so that part's in English, just not the rest of it. 1910 style 1-piece dress and had an umbrella. That's fun. As much as I would have loved to go back in time and experience some of these eras, definitely I'm grateful for living in the era that I do. If you think about the dentistry, the barbaric dentistry they would have had back then, I just paid $5,000 for a 5-piece bridge I got done, and I'm just thinking, what happened to me if I lived back in these days? When I have no teeth? Sure, dentistry was cheaper back then too. Jeez. Oh, I love this. Green jumpsuit. I just do polka dots or something. Sailor collar 1-piece dress. Oh, I love that. Maybe I'll do like a coloring tutorial. I'll do a little page in here. I'm going to do that in a separate video, I guess. Test out maybe some pencils I haven't tried yet. I have quite a few pencils that are still in plastic wrap that people have sent me I haven't tried. So, oh, nice to see some gentlemen in here. I love how nice men dressed in the old days, that's for sure. And I just think it's interesting how far fashion has come fancy purple party dress. So we have the same picture twice. This is very thick, very toothy paper, which means it would be great for water-based stuff. Also pencils that require a lot of tooth. Oh, I love this too. Ooh, that one would be rough. Bridal gown. Look at the hair. It's Doris Day. Love that kind of vintage color palette, like the muted tones. I have these exact colors in my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend Marker vintage color set, where there's 6 of them. Maybe I could use that for this. So much fun. Something a little different to do here. I wonder why they decided to do it like a journal. Speaking of that, could you like use these like as a little journal to write some stuff in, write recipes in, or you could write work notes in and also make it your doodle book for work, or write, you know, addresses or names in, I guess. I just thought of that, actually. You could write your own poems or do whatever you want. Okay, now wait a minute. That's interesting. The paper just switched to this thick, toothy cream watercolor paper to this thin white paper. Different paper. Oh, I've never seen that before. It switches paper inside the book. And some of the same ones again. So you have a third set of plain ones. That's interesting. I wonder if that's oh, you can almost see through it. It's not like crepe or tissue, but it's pretty thin. It's like an Amazon paper. I wonder why. Like, maybe you could do marker with these ones, and then you don't have to wreck your nice ones over here and do these ones in pencil. I don't know. I've forgotten all about this book. Like, yeah, the same ones again in this thinner paper. Isn't that interesting? What do you guys think about this? Like, how would you do this with multiples and different paper in the same book? That is so cool. I love this book. All right, well, so I will link these below. This is the watercolor vintage, and then the girl with lipstick. Please enjoy. Check out my Copic marker skin tutorial, and I'll work on part 2 of that video for later in the week. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. See you soon.